don't got anything. You know? I was gonna be like, run neon tiger, there's a lot on your mind. That's as far as I get to in my. It's
further than me.
I know there's the really fun part where he comes in and he's like, "Come on, girls and boys, everybody make some noise."
It's funny that this has come up because I'm
really thirsty, so I'm just gonna get to it.
Absolutely.
This is Two Beards Podcast. We're drinking Neon Daydream, hazy pale ale, or just an ale. I don't know.
I'm getting used to this new focal point. You know, that's I'm just trying to because
yeah.
I don't want to be all like, hey, look, and then it just not. They'd be like, cool, I love Blur.
Put it in front of your face. No, in front of your face. No, it's not. There you go. It's still nope. Nope.
I give up.
Using some new equipment today. We're, here we are. I'm Levi. You're Nick.
That's true. And this is the thing that we do.
But yeah, Neon Daydream Hazy Ale. But it's a pale variety of an ale.
Don't even get me started again.
Anyways, it was funny that the Neon Tiger, the Killer song, if you didn't know, from the Day and Age album, fantastic album, like 2010 or something, I don't know.
Nothing to do with the song whatsoever, but other than the fact that you sang and you just stopped because that's all you know. And we've talked about how it's the same for the both of us. Like whenever we're singing something and just stop, that's it. It's not because we're just done singing. Because there are no words left up in the old memory ticker up top. That's it. And I'm trying to think of the song that I was singing today on lunch, and I can't think of it. Jack would probably remember, but either way, I can't remember. And I sang all of 3 words literally, and then they're like, "Oh no, keep going." I'm like,
"That's it."
I would love to deliver on this, but.
But yeah, Neon Daydream just reminds me of Neon Tiger. That's all. So I keep wanting to call it Neon Tiger, Neon Hazy, Neon Daydream. What's a Neon Daydream? To me, it's like you're tripping balls.
Yep.
Does this beer taste like you're tripping balls?
Ooh.
I feel like you'd want some dankness for that.
Want some dankness? Just more fuller flavors. Pretty light for something.
It's a pale.
Yeah, as a pale ale, going into it knowing this is pale ale honestly gives me a completely different mindset as if it were an IPA.
Yeah.
If it were an IPA, I'd be like, "Oh, this is fucking bogus."
It's light.
Yeah.
It's a light boy.
Yeah.
4.8%. So usually I expect pales to be in that 5 to 5.5 range. So this is even light.
I would give them more credit than 35 IBUs based on first sip. I would give them a little bit more than that.
It's pretty it's not juicy, but it's very citrusy.
It is, totally. Maybe it's just the bite that I'm confusing with bitterness.
I think it's more like a tart, lemon rind.
Definitely lemon.
But I like it. I mean...
Okay, Salvador. I need you to watch me.
No, that wasn't Sal.
Yes, it was.
It was Jack.
No, it was not. It was while we were playing Call of Duty, Salvador says, "Oh man, so I was watching that and I left a comment for you guys."
No.
And he left a comment. And then he's like, "Also, Nick, how did you do that?"
No.
And then I'm doing something.
No, that was Jack.
I'm telling you, it was Sal.
Okay, Sal left a comment.
No, I know. And because he was the one talking about this.
That was
I'm
Jack,
asking
dude.
him. No, it was not.
Yeah, because I brought it up on my phone and we looked at it.
I remember that. Oh, wait.
So how would Sal have seen it?
Was that the last time they were over?
Yeah, that was after we did the podcast. Because you and I were very confused. To give context to this story, Nick put his bottle cap on his beer like he just did in episode 96. And apparently Jack looked away while watching the episode, and he's like...
That was magic.
Yeah.
He's like, how did you do that? I didn't even see you do it. Next thing I know, it was just there. And we go back to the footage, and I almost make it like a thing where I go in front of the camera.
Like, not even like quick, or he like, it's like very thoughtful, like...
Yeah.
adjusts it in a hand. Yeah, we're talking about the beer. Yeah,
Something I'm doing, yeah.
Yeah. Really, like, kind of fumbles with it and snaps it on, and then it's like done.
Like I'm not thinking about it. Like I think you're talking, and I'm just kind of like listening and just kind of like playing around with this. I get a little fidgety sometimes, and that was it. But but it wasn't like discreet or like I did it fast or anything. I took my time for sure. And so that was Jack. And so Jack, I hope you saw that.
I did it too. So, ooh,
oh, I didn't see that. Whoa, crazy.
If I was a good editor, I would like do that before we even put him on there. And like, take him off again. I would just like insert multiple shots of the beers, good. Like with and without bottle caps.
Fantastic. That would be fantastic. Very doable. You just got to not move the bottle.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
So what's new?
What's new? For me, nothing, because we're in quarantine.
Fair enough.
I mean, we're using new equipment, new lens.
That's true. New lens. Yeah.
New. Nothing really to talk about there.
Sorry, I spit all over you now. I had to make sure we didn't add anything new to the scene here.
Did you think we did?
I thought maybe. I'm pretty unobservant, so I thought it was possible.
We have some new things coming very, very soon.
Yes. Yeah. Just very unobservant. Oh man.
If you look right up here, there's a hint. You probably, it's like too dark, but
Anyways.
So nothing's new.
Nothing's new. I really want to get another tattoo.
What, do you know what you want to get?
Never.
Cool. I think we've talked about this.
Next topic.
I think we've talked about this before because you and I are the same, there's not like something like, oh, I'd really love to get this tattoo. Actually, I do want a tattoo.
There's been like a few, but it's never like, I never like go into it like knowing.
I've always wanted to get like either looked like it's hand drawn in like capital letters, like the hipster capital letters, or like actually stick and poked 2 words above my knees.
Ooh.
And it's been different things for a while, but I think I've finally settled on what I want there. Death and taxes.
Ooh, nice. Do like that.
Yeah.
Do like that a lot. Something above the knees. I think I would like
above the knees, like on the quad, not
yeah.
on the kneecap.
Off the cuff, the first thing that comes to mind, step off, like that. Double reference there.
Yeah.
I wasn't going for it, but it definitely is a School of Rock reference. That was unintentional. Secondly, if you're familiar with the band For the Fallen Dreams, they have a song, I think the song is Vengeance. And like right before one of the breakdowns, you just like yell "step off," and then it just goes into it, and it's very moody and just
maybe he's referencing School of Rock.
Could be. I don't know. School of Rock's relatively old. I'm gonna go
2001.
4.
I feel like 2001 is too early.
I'm gonna say 2004.
I have no idea. I have no frame of reference. I just know it's old.
Exactly. No, 100%. And I feel like it's going to be 05. Oh, I was close. 03.
03.
I was right. Yeah, we were right. We were right in there.
Yeah.
So a little earlier than I'm thinking, a little later than you're thinking. Yeah, that's a doozy. Oh my God, look at Jack Black. He's an absolute child.
I know, it's crazy.
That's
I was thinking
amazing.
there was so Xbox is releasing their new console this winter.
Yeah, let's talk about that after you get on with this.
And they revealed a bunch of the games recently that are launch titles. I don't know if they're like specific launch titles or just launches I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But Jack Black is doing the music in one of those games, and they kind of cut to the filming and recording of that. And I was like, man, he's old now.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Him and Kyle are like gray dudes.
Yeah. So School of Rock, 17 years ago, right? Like
Yeah.
that's a long time. We're almost 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's absolutely nuts. I forget how I looked this up now.
Project Scarlet,
What are you on about?
the name of
The new Xbox?
the new one. Yeah.
No, that's not what I want.
I don't know what you want
I want a list in a row
of the different.
Xbox Ones, yes, because
There's the Xbox One.
okay,
There's Xbox One S.
yep,
And the Xbox One X. And
Yep.
then within the Xbox One category, there's been various releases within them, but they have retained the same model number.
yeah, and then now it's coming. They're coming out with the Xbox Series X. Now I've
Yeah.
heard, in addition to them coming out with the Series X, they're going to be discontinuing the Xbox One X, but still producing the One S, which is fucking weird.
Yeah, so I think the idea is the Xbox One X is the like higher end 4K
Mm-hmm.
model and like home system. So like I don't know if you can do this with the Xbox One S, but I know you can with the Xbox One X, but like plug in your cable to your Xbox and run everything off of your Xbox.
Oh, really? Interesting.
So I think what the thought is that everyone who has an Xbox One X will likely upgrade to the Series X,
Yeah.
and anyone who's in the market for that higher scale Xbox is going to get the Series X anyways. So
Right.
it's a competing product, so they're just gonna discontinue.
Right. And I guess that makes sense. And that's kind of like like when the iPhone comes out, the SEs,
Yeah.
where it's like they like downgrade and then discontinue technically.
The model,
Yeah.
the normal model.
Yeah, the normal model, which is weird, but it works.
They're like right around the same price point too. So
Mhm.
yeses. I have no idea. No one has any idea what they're gonna price the Series X.
No. There was a lot of speculation for the PlayStation 5 though, right? I think that one they're looking for it to be a lot cheaper. One thing that's cool that they said with Xbox is a lot of the games, like if you have Game Pass, you're still going to be able to play on older models, which is nice, at least for a while. I forget, they said like up to a year or 2 years.
Same thing with the Xbox One. The game developers developed games for both consoles for a couple years because not everyone upgrades quickly.
Right.
So like GTA 5 was on Xbox 360 and people are still playing that shit today.
Yeah, no kidding.
So,
damn. We looked that up one time, I think, right? Where like how old Xbox and the 360 were, and it surprised me how old both of them were.
yeah, like the Xbox 360 was released in like 2007.
It's nuts. That's crazy.
Yeah. Over 10 years ago, right? Like
That's nuts. Yeah, absolutely nuts.
I said Xbox 360, right?
Yeah.
Xbox One was.
They've been really, they have not been as bad as Nintendo, but not as good. Well, no, that's not the case either. I was gonna say they haven't been as good with having good updates in hardware, but I guess they've probably been. I guess Microsoft's probably been better out of the three, right? Out of Nintendo and Sony, because fucking Nintendo, until the Switch came out, still didn't have a platform with an HDMI port. That was nuts. How do you release the Wii after, what was that, PlayStation?
I still have to use I have the Wii downstairs, and I have to use my HDMI converter.
Yeah. Was that PlayStation 3 era when the Wii
I
came
use
out?
the HDMI converter that I use for my Nintendo 64.
Right. Yeah. The exact same hardware that you play the N64 with is the Wii, which is, I mean, the 64 came out in the 90s, and the Wii came out in the early 2000s. I think so. It was like probably at least 10 years later, and it's still the exact same technology.
I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, that is technology today in that, like, things just are speeding up, dude.
Yeah.
Quick.
It pissed me off, I remember. 2006 is when the Wii first came out, and it didn't have a fucking HDMI.
Yep.
That is insane.
Trust me, I know.
Absolutely insane.
I wonder when HDMI started getting, like, popular and pervasive.
Yeah, dude. PlayStation 3 and 360 were already both out with HDMI ports.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still on this.
Did they have HDMI?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah, absolutely they did. The 360 had HDMI from the get-go.
No, it didn't.
I promise you.
No, it had a proprietary port that...
That huge block? No, that was the power.
No, it didn't release with an HDMI port on it.
I was pretty sure it did.
No. I can't tell you about the PlayStation, but I know the Xbox 360 and the white boy. It came with like an Xbox port.
What?
Like an Xbox video port,
oh.
like for Xbox cables. And then it converted to different protocols, because then you had like the like you no longer had the red, white, and yellow cables. You also had like the red, blue, green, and purple.
It's all RCA, yeah. But like one's more advanced than the other for some fucking reason.
I don't know.
I think it has to do with surround sound is the only difference. I think as far as video goes, it's all...
I have no idea.
I think it's all the same. Well, then... because isn't there... No, isn't it? I don't know, man. This is something I actually would be interested in looking up.
But who knows if Xbox made one that went to HDMI? Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, Damn, that's the latest version of 360 was nuts. 2013. Xbox 360E.
That was 2013 was the late. That's crazy. That had a long run.
What?
That had a long run.
Oh, yeah, right? That's nuts. That's 7 years.
Yeah.
For more or less one. But I mean, look how different than that newest model is.
Yeah.
It's a lot closer to the one than it is the 360, in my opinion.
Totally.
But still, like, as they probably still called it that because it utilized a lot of the same, like, internal hardware. So, which, yeah, is absolutely nuts. That's a long-ass time.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, PC Master Race people out there. I get it. You run on better hardware. Your games look better. It's cool. But
wow, okay.
what?
You're right.
What PC do you buy that's that cheap that lasts 7 years?
It's not a thing.
No.
Especially late 90s, early 2000s. Early 2000s, everything would last like a fucking year. Right? Like we had computers that would last a year and it would just shit on us. They were just absolutely terrible. But yeah, but it only, for the record, it only took them a year to get the HDMI cable. So it was 2007 when they got HDMI.
I hope, and I don't know that this is the case, but I really wish in this next generation consoles that they dedicated SSD space to the operating system, because it annoys the shit out of me that I can turn on my Xbox and like the menus are laggy.
That doesn't happen to me. What are you talking about?
It's like when you press like the Xbox button, it takes like a second for you to be able to press right bumper or something.
I'll have to pay more attention to that.
Yeah. It just annoys the shit out of me.
What versions are the two Xboxes you have?
Just the regular Xbox One and the Xbox One X.
Okay, got you. And that happens on the X?
Yep.
Wow. Weird. Yeah, it seems like a weird thing that's pretty easily fixable.
Yeah, I think they're all moving to SSDs, and I think that'll make it a lot easier, but it's just...
Nice.
I hate laggy interfaces.
Yeah, there's absolutely zero reason that the interface itself should be laggy. I understand if you're streaming something or, getting,
lag on a game, it's frustrating, but it's not like, I'm not like, fuck this Xbox.
Yeah,
the interface lags. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You fucking designed this. Dedicate resources when I'm utilizing the interfaces.
That's how I feel, honestly, in Call of Duty, though, sometimes, too. Like, I understand it's all more or less being streamed, but during the main menu, and I'm sure you've experienced this, too, where, like, sometimes the, like, menu or lobby you're in will just start loading, and you can't hit bumpers to go to your classes or anything.
Yep.
And it's like, what you doing? Because I'll tell you right now, you don't need to do it. Whatever you're trying to load, I don't need it, okay? You got it all. I see it. It's all there. I just want to do it, okay?
Yeah, make resources available client side and then make the gameplay server side.
Absolutely.
Or whatever. I don't know how it works. I'm not a scientist.
Nope, that checks out to me.
It's one of the reasons why I like iPhone so much compared to Android, because I used to deal with laggy interfaces for Android all the fucking time.
I'm sure they cleaned it up since then.
Probably.
But still.
But that was a big thing for me.
Yeah, right. No, in first experience with the iPhone 4, it's like, it's hard to remember, but there were some lags, but it was when you were like doing weird shit really fast.
And things still lag today, but it just doesn't happen often.
I don't know that I noticed much of a lag ever. The only time that anything comes close to that for me is when I don't know if because I have you have the 8, so you still have a home button. But when I like swipe up and close an app like Mint and my Chase Bank app will do it more often than anything else.
It's because the Chase app sucks ass.
It's not great. It's getting better, but it's not great. But when I close it, it like bugs my phone out, and then like just it like immediately goes back to like my home screen without me touching anything.
It's like a heartbeat sensor. So you take it out.
Yes, exactly what happens. Which I was telling you that recently started happening to me now in Call of Duty. But I digress. We can talk about that in a second.
I got to use a heartbeat sensor again just to figure out what you guys are talking about, because like multiple people have complained about it in our squad's playing, and I don't.
Okay, so when
I don't even know what happens. Right?
So what happens is there was a couple people in our squad that were complaining about this, and I'm like, what are you fucking on about? Like, I have a heartbeat sensor. I'm using it. I'm not lagging. There's nothing happening. And then, as of a couple days ago, it happened to me. And so what happens is you push left bumper to pull your heartbeat sensor out, and nothing happens, and the game completely freezes. Like, whatever you're doing, it completely freezes.
Well, it's just the first time too, right?
Yes, and it's only the first time in a game.
It's so weird because, like, I was asking you to...
Exclusively the first time.
I was asking you to heartbeat something, and you're like, I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to lag out, but, like, I should probably do that anyways because I get this over with.
Yeah, right, yeah. But, yeah, it's only the first time, because then the rest of the time throughout the game that I use it, it's no problem. It just makes absolutely no sense. That was the choice you made. Not sure what your goal was, but...
It's just weird trying to pour around a mic.
Oh, okay. So it was an accident, more or less.
More just like
You don't care?
I'm not going to go out of my way to finagle around the mic to make sure I get the perfect pour.
I get it.
And because I think this is true for most beer drinkers, prefer a hard pour anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I like my beer carbed, but...
Depends on the beer for me.
I think this kind of beer, especially on
my mood.
Well, and on our podcast, because we drink them relatively fast, right?
Yeah, yeah, right. Within
you get a lot of burps if you're drinking quick.
Absolutely, which I do constantly. I'm sure people get fucking annoyed with me. I try to, and these mics help too, like being able to kind of just like you really can't probably even hear me right now as much as just being right here. Yeah, I mean, we're drinking 2 beers within an hour, more or less. Hour and a half. So it's like, for most people, that's relatively quick.
Yep.
But yeah, so my Chase app and my Mint app, both, they kind of bug out my phone when I go to close them. Using them is fine, but when I go to close them, it kind of like, it's weird how it just auto puts my phone back into the home screen. But it's fine because it's like, well, I'm already done with the app, so I kind of was going to come here anyways. There. I think I missed it. I think it happened, but I missed it. I looked up as it went down, I think, because I saw it and I looked down and I didn't see it. I looked back up, it was just gone. Oh man. Are you going to get the Xbox Series X?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to get the Xbox Series X within the next 6 months?
Maybe.
So within the next 3 months is probably out of the question.
Well, it's not out yet.
Or is that still maybe?
It's not out yet.
No, I know. Do they have a release date though?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like
they did.
I think it's like November or something. Mm-hmm. But it's no one knows the price. No one knows when like pre-order date is or anything like that yet.
Can we talk about how dumb fuck the numbers are, like the iPhone?
I mean, Xbox isn't too bad.
Dude.
They're getting away from the numbers.
Dude, the last one was called Xbox One X. Now this one is Xbox One Series X. What the fuck?
Well,
can you just call it the One X1 or One X2 or One X3?
You got to remember before that it was Xbox 360.
Exactly. And everyone thought the console after that was going to be the Xbox 720. Everyone, do you remember that?
Moving from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One, I get you. I get you on this.
We're looking at Windows up. No, never mind. It makes sense because it's Microsoft. Windows updates. Yeah, I've seen this shit. Never mind. Never mind.
I'm just saying, like, I get you because it's like, okay, now it's Xbox. But moving from the Xbox One to the Xbox Series X, I get, like, I think it's a easier branding to do than just like version numbers.
But it's all going to depend on what comes out after the first Series X, right? Because do you go Series X2 or Series and then just do numbers from there, or do you continue with this dumb fucker,
or do you go full Tesla?
What does Tesla do?
You know, like the Model S, Model E, Model X, Model Y,
which is kind of what they're doing.
I'm like,
I like PlayStation.
Okay, what if they do
PlayStation 2, 3, 4, 5?
I don't like it. I think it's dumb.
It makes more sense.
Shit.
I just don't.
Okay, but their logo sucks.
Yes, it totally does suck.
Okay,
but I have to ask when I have to ask you. Okay, the succession of the models.
You know what we can agree on?
Okay.
Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube,
Wii U, Switch. I guess that would make sense. Or switching it up. But other than that.
So we can all agree there.
I think the Switch and the 64 make the most sense. It's 64 bits, and you're switching it up completely.
Okay.
So but other than that, what the fuck? What you doing, mate?
Okay. However, I think what if they do?
Okay.
The next release of the Series X, what if they do Xbox Series X Model 2? Will you be happy with that?
Yeah. What comes after Model 2?
Model 3.
Okay, good.
And then next generation,
you do a different series.
Yeah.
Xbox One Series blank.
Yeah, you could do Y, you could do Series Jaguar.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't care. And then it has to be model numbers from the like with every update within those that you go. It has to be.
I think if they do it that way, it's cleaner. And then it makes sense in your brain. You're like, okay, here are the Xbox Series X models. Here's the Xbox Series Jaguar models.
I'll be so happy with that. I know that's not going to happen though.
It's not going to happen.
It's Microsoft. I know it's not going to happen. Oh man. All right. Let's get to rating this beer, yeah?
Yeah.
Look.
Took a piss.
Accurate. Smell.
I haven't smelled this beer at all, actually.
Me neither. I don't even know if I can.
Lemon rind. Orange juice.
Yeah, definitely some orange too.
That's it.
Oran Hugo. Taste. I don't know how you say taste in Spanish at all.
Can you pick out the hops? Because to me, it's like there's some hops that are like this beer is like LaCroix with their hops. The hops are yelling from another room.
No, I think they're there. I think we're either not as familiar with them or maybe they're just masked.
We're familiar with them.
Oh, you looked them up?
No, but maybe.
Excuse me. So you did?
Maybe.
You did.
I could have.
Will you tell me if I guess right?
Will you confirm if I guess right?
So you don't know, you just think you know.
Yeah.
God damn it. That's what I was about to do. I was about to look it up. Okay, let me go in there. You go off on taste. I want to see.
I'm not going off taste. I'm going off of a vague memory that I may or may not have, but I also taste what my memory is, so who knows?
Neon Daydream. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think it's Simcoe and Citra.
It really? I do not think Simcoe.
Or maybe it's
I think
Amarillo.
I think either Amarillo, maybe Mosaic.
Not Mosaic.
Or Crystal.
Not Crystal.
Oh, I think maybe Crystal, buddy.
It's okay. It's definitely not Mosaic.
Okay.
There's no tropically.
Yeah, but Mosaic has a lot of crisp notes, and if it's masked with lemon, it might hide. Because I don't think Mosaic. You're gonna get more tropical notes from Amarillo and Citra than you will Mosaic.
No.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is so good. Not for me, but this is so good. So I need you. Say what you said again. The hops.
The first one.
Just say the hops you think that are in it.
I said Citra and Simcoe.
Okay.
And then I was like, actually,
there are
Citra and Amarillo.
There are 3 hop varietals in here allegedly. And do you have a third guess?
Well, I'm gonna go with my first 3 guesses and say Citra, Simcoe, and Amarillo.
Okay. No.
Great.
But yes.
Okay.
The one that I was hard against.
The suspense.
The one that I was hard against. There is Simcoe in here.
Called it.
Second hop listed. One that we are unfamiliar with is Cashmere.
Yeah, we've had that before.
We've had it before.
Is that the? No, I'm thinking of the lemon drop. Hop?
And it also has lemon drop in it. Go figure. It's quite lemony. Quite rindy. I would love to.
Hey, guess what? The recording fucked up.
You know, it kind of sucks too because this was like conversation-wise, real solid episode. You know?
Yeah.
It was.
So we'll hit you on the big points. We were right about Simcoe. There's also lemon drop and Cashmere hops. We explored our past history of some episodes, experiencing those, and didn't really get anywhere. But hey,
we got pissed off at gaming consoles.
I don't think we got to it, but I did call out the lemon drop last minute. So
yeah, cool. We definitely didn't get to it. It was only a half hour in. I mean, how long were we been recording for?
Who
probably?
knows?
Like,
we don't know because it just stopped.
It stopped.
So
yeah, so it's just this is a very nice, light, crisp, pale ale. Very much a summer beer.
I'm gonna go through the notes.
Yeah, go for it.
Look is took a piss. Smell lemon rind and orange juice. Taste lemon rind, orange, faraway hops, tart bitter bite, and then I kind of threw in some like grassy herbal notes. Didn't really know how to describe that, but that's kind of where I found the bittering. Feel light, crisp, and bubbly. Thoughts simple and summer. And I mentioned turning it into a beer cocktail.
Oh yeah, right, absolutely.
I'm kind of running over Nick right now, but we just got done.
Yep.
It's just like it's frustrating.
Yeah.
So, but I mentioned pink panty droppers.
Yes. So yeah, and how that takes quite a bit of beer, and so this was something that you'd be interested in finagling with, in the future, and I think it'd be nice as well.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned like this would be a good thing to play around with, like a sangria.
Basil specifically came to your mind.
Basil specifically. You mentioned lemon slices and some orange slices. Throw some berries in there if you want, and like take a 6-pack or 3 of them or whatever your size of pitcher is. Pour these in there over some fruits and basil and stir that baby up and
That'll be a good time, probably.
add some Prosecco or some club soda, kind of feel it out for some extra carbonation.
Yeah. I'm down. I'm there. That sounds fucking fantastic to me.
Or, take your concoction, ice or no ice in the pitcher. You got to do either ice in the pitcher or ice in the glass. Fill it up like 2/3 and then top with like a Prosecco.
Yeah, no, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And garnish with like 11 wheat oil and a basil leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your overall rating?
3.6.
3.6, great. You felt like it didn't hit the hoppy expectation for you?
Yeah, it just wasn't hoppy enough. I think they got room to play with in the pale ale category that they could have taken more advantage of. And I just think, to me, the reason why I kind of went with the kind of sangria kind of thought on this beer was that it has a solid baseline. It just doesn't have anything that's like super exciting to me to really like kind of push it to that, A category.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I went with a 4. I don't know. After the fact, I'm probably leaning more towards a B, but I was pretty stuck between an A and a B because I think this is a pretty solid beer for what it is. A nice light, crisp, pale ale, pretty citrusy, really nice for a summer day. If you're hanging out outside in the sun all day. Yeah, it's a really good beer, and I totally would pick up some more of this, honestly. So, Deschutes surprised me, and good job, because, as I said before,
fuck the fresh squeeze.
Fuck the fresh squeeze, buddy.
Yep. See you guys on Friday for plays if you're interested, and pints on Sunday, or we'll just see you next week for episode 99. Almost at 100.
Almost 100 episodes.
Crazy. All right, later. For real this time, because still recording.